OCS Interior, Honorable Onesmus Kipchumba Murkomen, Her Excellency the Governor, our Regional Commander, all protocols properly observed. My name is James Tendet Kesham, and I'm currently the OCS at Likia Police Station. Now, mine will be very much brief. I will be tackling on the legal perspective in terms of training, first of all. I remember very well that one commissioner of police by then, Major General Hussein Ali, said that for any law enforcement agency to remain proactively responsible to the dynamic challenges of politics and its social environment, then the need for continuous training should not be overemphasized. And therefore, ile majabu mingi huwa mnaona za zingine, it is because of lack of training. We are actually, it is my humble submission that these regional training centers, like this one we are sitting here, to be adequately funded so that it conducts training always. Hata saizi tungekuwa hapa tuko na wanafunzi, so that at least we benefit or we make our capacity in handling dynamic situation in a better manner when we respond to public demand. Secondly, Article 244 of the Constitution, that is Chapter 14 on National Security Organs. One of the objects and functions of the National Police Service is to train staff to the highest possible professional standards so that we respect human rights and guarantee freedoms which has been enshrined in Chapter 4 of the Bill of Rights of the Constitution. And therefore, training forms a major component of an effective police officer. I humbly submit that the office of the IG and the DIG be adequately be funded in order for matters of training to form part of a better police officer. When you go, Your Honor, sir, and look about the 5 major reports which I've been looking, that is the Kriegler report, the Waki report, the Philip Alston report, and the implementation matrix report, all of them have been talking about training. Therefore, it is very much clear that if we lack this aspect of training, then we are not going to be effective and efficient police officers. My second point, and which will be the last one, is on welfare. The general welfare here is as enshrined under Chapter 66 of the service standing orders for my fellow police officers. Now, officers living outside the station, most of them feel threatened because their families are residing outside there. And furthermore, in terms of police station management under Chapter 56 of the same service standing orders, it says this police station should be a center for administrative and command functions, and also to provide room for operational creativity. Now, it is in my humble submission that the 3 key people, the OCS, the deputy OCS, and the sergeant in charge armory to be housed at the station for effective management. And last and not the least is the issue of legal challenges with the ODPP. Sir, you are a lawyer, and you had come up with a very good bill, but it don't see the light of the day. That we introduce prosecution by the DCI on these criminal matters, which are lesser, and then these other bigger crimes, let us leave it for them, so that let us demarcate. And I know under Article 157, 9 and 7 of the Constitution, I know the ODPP is mandated to charge. But we can categorize the crimes, and then we take the criminals like this of Bruce, we can smash this one. We can sort this one out. And then they remain with other crimes of higher magnitude. And the same issue, the National Police Service Act has been amended several times, and it has not been made, its framework is not even understood. The definition of an inspector, when we enacted the National Police Service Act, was that he is a gazetted officer. But when the amendments came, it gave another version. The Kenya Law Report has not even published direct the whole act that this is now what to follow. With those few remarks, I was only to tackle the legal perspective part of it, having been a legal champion for quite some time, and I wish to end there. Thank you very much, sir.
Thank you. Sir, we are through with the OCSs.
Do you have legal training?
Paralegal studies.
Okay, paralegal studies, well done. Yes. Okay. Yakikazi. Asante.
Yes.
Is there any other OCS or something that has been left out? OCS? Kuna moja pale. Any other? Mpatie tuko hapo. Hakuna lady? OCS moja? It doesn't mean that we ongee tu for the sake of it. If there is no issue, sawa, tutafunga na yeye. Proceed.
Good afternoon, everybody. Chief Inspector Wilson Adum, the OCS Molo. And it's a pleasure to stand before you as you sit in that podium. Try your best to plan, as planning is very important. Failing to plan is planning to fail. Secondly, I would wish to talk about two very important items that have been overlooked. One is the use of gadgets that have been dedicated especially to the DCI. These gadgets, especially the tracking ones, are not adequate. And if not adequate, they are not effective or as effective as the public expect. Therefore, it is my humble request to have them provided adequately. I am also asking a question. Initially, during the previous regime, there was a plan to equip every police station with tracking gadgets like the ones used for tracking mobile phones. That is, pursuing criminals of all walks of life. For example, cybercrime, murder, robberies. We have them in our stations, and it's a problem with us at the station level. But when it comes to tracking them, it becomes challenging because at times, even those given the mandate to do so are not able to do it because the items are inadequate, and at the same time, some of them are not doing it effectively.
Point made. Go to the next point.
The next point is also another one relating to the use of drones. We have to collect intelligence, and we should not leave intelligence collection to SPIF alone. Let us support them by engaging them using technology. Technology is very important. When you look at what Francis Carlton did when he came out with the issue of fingerprints, that was science. When you look at what Friedrich did and they found the so-called DNA, that was science. Police is both a science and art. Can we support them? Thank you, sir.
Thank you very much. Tumemaliza na OCSs. I want to go to sub-county police commanders. Timoni, step forward and says Cecilia Chepkoech. And as you do that, AP Services, Chief Inspector Eileen, step forward so that you can be presenting your issues.
Our CS, Honorable Kipchumba Murkomen,